Well, hello everybody. Let's see. This is my first scope, so I've been fiddling around with stuff here all day. Right now I've got a little mic stand sitting on top of two Amazon boxes to get it to the right angle. I actually have an actual tripod, so I don't know why I am not using that. Hello. Anyway, so I'm going to be talking about social media today, online marketing. That's what I do, and I apparently say a lot. What I do is I help small businesses with their online marketing, like email and social media and various things related. But I'm not going to talk any more about that. If you want to learn more, you can go to socialforsmall.biz, because this isn't really a video resume. Anyway, really cool thing about Scopes is that people seem to pop in from everywhere to listen. I'm coming from Atlanta, Georgia. I don't know where any of you are from. Well, I know where one of you is from because I saw Taylor pop in. Tampa, woohoo! Let's see, what else do I want to talk about? Oh, I'm actually in a church basement. It's not a working church, but it's a pretty cool old church. It's a neat place to have an office. Hey, Taylor. Amsterdam, awesome. I've been there. Let's see. I'm just kind of not very good at simply blabbering along, so hopefully I will get better at that and less blab and more interesting information. One of the things that I thought about talking about today is I went out, thanks. I went out with Kevin to lunch this past weekend, and because we're vegan, we always take pictures of our food and then tell everybody about it. It's what you do. You have to share the good food with other people. So I'm on the, I'm talking about this from the other side of, a restaurant experience. So we both post pictures. We both have people commenting, "Oh, I'm going to come there and eat that." But the really sad thing is that the restaurant has an Instagram account, but they haven't actually been active in like 2 years almost. Which I used to own a vegan bakery, so I saw firsthand, just posting pictures of your food, people will come. People will literally come 15 minutes later for that food that you just posted. So it made me a little bit sad. I'll probably actually go talk to her about that. At least give her some ideas of what would be good for her to do. I know that it's really hard when you have your own small business, trying to manage all the moving parts. And sometimes these things just kind of fall away and you don't end up doing them. But there are definitely a lot of tips and tricks to handling it without making yourself crazy, which is something I talk about when I blog and when I send out newsletters at socialforsmall.biz. So one thing I do want to do is set up a specific kind of a schedule of where I would talk about certain topics when I scope. Definitely for restaurants, bakeries, and cafes, I kind of want to have a set time. Well, there are a lot of studies now that multitasking actually doesn't really exist. You're just fast task switching, and it's kind of driving people a little bit nuts, and it really kills your productivity. If you can just narrow down and focus on one simple thing at a time, you're going to do much better with that. But I was thinking Monday afternoons. I honestly don't know who is following me, and if it's other marketers, or if there are people who need help with social media and online marketing. So I kind of want to do a few of these and see who's out there. Hey, London. Man, it's been too long since I've been there. Hello. Yeah, I know my Twitter account. I tend to follow a lot of peers, where did you go? I don't understand that question. Oh, in London? Wow. Okay. Let's see. I stayed near Paddington Station, and where else did I go? Well, I did all the standard tourist things. I did not let pigeons stand on me, because that's gross. Hello. What else did I do in London? I went out dancing at the Electric Ballroom. Keep in mind, this is 1993. And got pretty drunk, and then went to get back to Paddington, over by Paddington where I was staying, and the lines had stopped running. So I got a bus about, I don't know, half to 3/4 of the way, and had to walk the rest of the way. Yes. No, but it was actually a bus that I had to take, because the tube was done. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah. So, let's see. I was talking about it's your fault. Social media, restaurants, bakeries, and all of that. And yeah, that's what I'm trying to see who is on here, so I know how to focus the topics. I've been doing this stuff since 2001, so email marketing literally since 2001, and social media since it came on the scene pretty much a few years later. Anyway, that's mainly what I'm trying to find out, is how many people on here are actually looking for help, or or is it more peers commiserating? That's fine too. Speaking of peers commiserating, so I like Blab, but I like watching Blab, but I don't know. I'm kind of a loner, so I don't know who I would get on with. I've kind of considered getting on with a couple of my clients and having kind of a chat, robots. There are a lot of bots out there, and you can just kind of ignore those, but a lot of times you can, if you have some nice focused tags that you can use for whatever it is you're doing, you can a lot of times reach the people that you really want to. So, let's see, I was talking about, yay. I was gonna, speaking of peers and such, on Facebook, they're supposed to have released new format for pages. Has anybody got that yet? I don't, none of my clients do. It's not a major change, but I'm still kind of really interested in seeing if if I'm going to need to make any major tweaks to my images. That I don't think so. I think we're mostly okay, but from what I can tell, it's just going to shrink the profile photo a little bit, and it's going to move some of the buttons down under the header photo. My business is called Social Media for Small Business. Oddly enough, it's socialforsmall.biz, and I have a few clients that I manage their social media, email marketing, and some web content for. And also I do some consulting work. I like to do that. Help people get set up so they're not going crazy, because there's a lot of things you can automate to help keep your presence steady. Too many people try and just I just remembered, maybe I should tweet something, and they do that like once every couple weeks. That's not really helpful. But if you just sit down and you schedule out a bunch of social media, see ya. Then when you're just able to do a tweet here or an Instagram there, that's okay. That fills in the now component and makes your business real to people, instead of just sending out, a bunch of promo, boring stuff scheduled out. I personally use Buffer for most of my scheduling. I also am apparently a rebel, and I schedule Instagram using OnlyPult. I haven't had any trouble with that. Of course, I'm not a spammer, so I'm sending out 1 to 2 posts a day. It works really nicely. Otherwise, basically, you can't go on vacation or go on a cruise or anything like that, because you are just totally a slave to having to poke a button for Instagram. Well, pick something that you're really interested in personally, and see if you can find a business around that, because that helps. Or choose something that really well, and then see if that's something you can help other people with. Oh, sure. Yeah, OnlyPult. There's another one called Schedugram. OnlyPult's a little bit cheaper. ONLYPULT.com. Yeah. And then Schedugram, SCHEDUGRAM.com. I think it's .com. Schedugram tells you how they accomplish the scheduling. It's really because of Instagram's terms of service. They have to basically I think they have like a bunch of virtual machines that act like they're individual little iPhones, and it's kind of crazy what they have to do to get around it. But hopefully they won't get shut down. I mean, what would be awesome is if if they actually if Instagram would allow you to schedule posts. That would be ideal, but how long has it been and they haven't bothered? So sometimes you just have to take matters into your own hands. And there's always companies out there figuring out ways to get around things. Well, the problem with Latergram is that you still have to have a device logged into that account at the time when you want the post to fire, and then you have to poke it. That's not going to work if you're, like I said, on a cruise, or you don't have internet, or if you what was I going to say about that? I lost it. But I know, if you've got more than one Instagram account, even if you have a business, you probably have a personal account and your business account. And if you happen to have left it on your personal account when the business, Instagram needs to post through Latergram, then that's not going to work. I know, I think one good idea, especially in a restaurant, cafe sort of setting, is to just get a little an iPod Touch, and I'm sure there's somebody front of house. There should be somebody in front of house that would allow you to that you could give this to post to Instagram or even Twitter. Actually any of your social media for the Candid in the Now posts. And then you could just have everything scheduled otherwise. Well, I feel like I've kind of been yammering enough for today. Actually went better than expected. You guys are awesome. You asked a lot of cool questions that helped keep me moving along, or even took me off track. At least nobody asked me what I did in Amsterdam. So if you want to find me, I'm at Social for Small B on here and on Twitter, socialforsmall.biz online, and if you go there, I have a couple of newsletters that you can sign up for. That one of them's a general online marketing newsletter every 2 weeks. Thank you. I will definitely make sure I've added you so I can keep track of what you're doing. And then I have another one that's social media quick tips. It's just specifically social media tips that you can do in like 5 minutes or less. Just really quick things that you can do to improve your social media. And those go out once a week. Anyway, well, thanks for listening, and until next time.